Okay, ready? So we have our vertical line test, our VLT. So it says up here, vertical line test is used to determine if a graph is a function. Yesterday, we learned that it's a function if the domain, the x value, is always different, right? A function, each x value, we're going to do the Desmos thing in about 5 minutes. All right. Each x value has only one unique y value. So no x values repeat. The x's are always different. The y's can repeat over and over again. The x's must be different. So when the data is in a relation, ordered pairs, a table, or a mapping diagram, it's easy to tell if it's a function. You just look and see if the x's are all different. Graphs are more difficult. Do you really want to write down every point in these graphs?
Yes. Also.
So we use the vertical line test instead. With a graph, we use something called the vertical line test. So here's how it is. You run a vertical line, your pencil, over each graph and make sure it's vertical. It is a function. The answer is yes. If your vertical line touches one point or location at a time. That's one with an E, not on. 1 point or location at a time. So when you're dragging your pencil across, if your pencil only touches 1 point or location of the graph at a time, of the shape, then yes, it's a function. It's not a function if your vertical line touches more than 1 point or location at a time. And it's that easy. There's no calculations. You just take your vertical line. I'm going to use this post-it note just because it's a little easier to see up here. But you start at the left, and I drag across, and I stop. Because I'm pointing, or I'm touching, 2 locations. Or you could have stopped earlier. I'm touching 2 locations at once. More than 1 point or location. This is not a function. Because, ladies and gentlemen, right here, that ordered pair is -2. So -2, comma, +2. And -2, comma, -2. If you look, the x values are the same. So my x value repeats, it's not a function. If I drag this way, I'm looking at the diagonal line, and if I look, I'm only touching 1 location at a time. So this is, yes, a function. Dragging across. Yes or no? Yes, it's a function. Each x value has its own distinct y value. It doesn't share x values. This is called a parabola, this shape. Is that a function? Yes. I only touched that U shape 1 space at a time. What about this fish guy? So far so good. But then right there, they're on top of each other. They share an x value. No, that is not a function. This is the graph of an absolute value. Is this a function? Yes. This triangle. No, because we share two x values. This line, yes. And this guy. No, I share x values. The most common mistake is that it's called the vertical line test, but students use a horizontal line. It's called the vertical line test. Please use a vertical line. There's no such thing as the horizontal line test.
Why?
Only the vertical line test.